seen Tottenham blow some late leads recently. That prompted this explanation from Jose Mourinho. Same coach, different players. Craig, Jose always wanted to take responsibility, yeah?
Well, at the end of the day, he's now starting to, and it's been evident for a wee while now, that he is starting to get frustrated with some of the players. And this is a very familiar road of the latter years of Jose Mourinho's managerial career. We never, ever, if at all, and maybe the boys can correct me, but in the early, hugely successful days, you never heard this. You know, the guys played for him, they loved him, he protected them at all costs, and they were super successful. This is a 360 over the last few years in terms of it's been a struggle for him. He's seen as a guy who is not cutting it anymore, and he's happy to look elsewhere when results don't go his way. And look, that's okay if you're going into a club, and one, you know you're going to be in a job next season, but two, that you know you're going to get rid of most of the guys, and you're going to replenish them with new players and lots of money. But this is Tottenham, and that's unlikely to happen. So the guys that he's starting to criticise, if he stays in the job, are probably going to be the guys that he's going to have to work with again next year if Daniel Levy doesn't cut him. So this is a real dangerous game that Mourinho is playing again, but it's a very familiar game of recent years.
Jan, massive match for Tottenham here. How do you suppose the Spurs players will react to effectively getting thrown under the bus?
Well, I think it's a very valid point from Craig. I mean, the first Mourinho we saw, I was a big fan of his, and I think every player was who played for him, because you love to be with a manager, you love to respect the manager. He'll always be in front of you. He will always, not taking the blame, but kind of protect any player. And this Mourinho, I'm glad that we have Mourinho in this circus, because he's making his headlines everywhere. But I'm just wondering if Mourinho has a trouble to kind of reach this new generation of players. Yes, same coach, different players, but it's also same coach, but a new generation of players. And I'm just wondering that his leading skills, again, they were used to be fantastic. He has done ever so well, have so much success over the years. But I'm just wondering if this new generation, he can't reach them. And you saw that at the end of the time at Manchester United as well. The ship was going down. The club was more or less dead when Ole Gunnar came in after Mourinho. And at the moment, what he's doing now at Tottenham as well, is just the same road. It's like a film. When someone tells you the end of the film, you just know what's going to happen at the end. But what could save them is, of course, to get top four, because then Levy won't get him out, because there will be a success now if he can get him under top four, and he has to start with a win against his former club, Manchester United.
We had the boys put down their predictions for the weekend's game. What did Craig say? Negative Nicol is the headline. Stevie, you got Liverpool drawing against Aston Villa. Why?
That was this morning.
Okay.
The longer the day's gone on, the more I've changed my mind,
okay.
to be honest.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Well,
no Grealish
Aston
Villa.
Yeah. Aston Villa capable of beating anybody. They're capable of beating Liverpool 7, by the way, as we know. They've had a nice rest. All they're doing is game to game. And Liverpool, I really don't know what I'm going to get. So the longer the day goes on, the more it's going the other way.
Speaking of negatives, Craig, I don't think you're looking at Tottenham, Manchester United as a very good game. You got it down for a 0-0.
Yeah, I mean, both sides are half decent defensively. Only because I don't think we're going to see the 6-1 again that we saw early in the season. So, yeah, I get a feeling that's going to be a tight coy affair. We know United are a threat with the ball in behind in particular, but we know Tottenham will probably defend deep because that's what they do. So I've gone for a kind of stifling 0-0 game. It's not going to be a disaster for Man United, but as Jan said, if Tottenham have any thoughts about top four, then they probably have to win this game, but I don't see it happening.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.